looked across the table at Franny and nudged Sallie gently. "By the way, your sister here has some news, too." Delight swept through Sallie even before Franny could open her mouth. "I hope it's what I'm thinking," Sallie exclaimed. Franny's pretty face suddenly went all rosy. "Jesse Stoltzfus asked me to marry him." She bit her bottom lip. "We're planning to tie the knot come November." "I'm so happy for you." Sallie wanted to give her a hug right then and there. "Such a nice fella, too," she added, though that went without saying because everyone who knew Jesse thought well of him. The fine young man was working his way up the ladder at the harness shop just down Peach Lane. Dot bobbed his head, gray eyes brightening. He looked rather dotingly at small-boned Franny, her hair the shade of newly harvested wheat. Abe Stoltzfus, Jesse's father, and Dot had been mighty good friends since boyhood. When Franny and Jesse began courting, Sallie had wondered if Dot and Abe hadn't put their heads together about the romantic match, but time had made it clear that Jesse and Franny were truly smitten. Sallie honestly couldn't say if she'd ever been smitten, but she figured if you had to wonder about it, you probably weren't. She had never had a beau, though she had gone on dates here and there, most recently with good-natured Perry Zook. Their 2 or 3 wintertime outings had always been as part of a group, however. Still, Sallie didn't lament not having a beau. It had left her more time to work at the restaurant so that she wouldn't come up short for her Australia fund. "You'll be one of my bridesmaids, won't you, Sallie?" Franny asked, eyes questioning, though she didn't have to plead. "Well, I'd be downright befuddled if you didn't ask." Franny nodded. "If Laura was still single, I'd ask her too." Their older sister had married more than 2 years ago and was a busy mother to 3-month-old twin boys. "Don't forget Cousin Essie," Sallie suggested, laughing. Girls, Mom said, waving her hand. Franny shrugged dramatically. Likely she didn't agree with Mom's disapproval. Certainly Sallie didn't, knowing Essie was remarkably young at heart. Even so, it was true that single young people were the only ones expected to be chosen as old-order Amish wedding attendants, or side-sitters. "I dare say you'll be baptized by the time I marry." Franny brightened all the more. "Surely this September." Even Dot perked up and looked Sallie's way, hope on his countenance. "Yeah," Sallie said. "I'll be back home in plenty of time." "Back from where?" Dot asked. "Australia," Sallie reminded him softly, "if everything works out." "So, it's Australia you've decided on?" he said. Her face and neck grew warm. "It's been Australia a while now." "Not Ireland or the Bahamas or—" "Ireland was years ago," Franny piped up. Sallie sighed. At least they were having fun with it. "It'll just be for 2 weeks," she added, "once I get word." Her travel agent had expected to hear of an opening any time now. "Hopefully I'll have my last few dollars by then," she thought. "Gone 2 weeks?" Dot exhaled as hard as when he pitched hay in the barn. At that moment, his face had an unexpectedly vulnerable look to it. "He's afraid I won't return," Sallie thought, taking a drink. "Such a distance away, too," Franny said. "Oodles of hours in the air. Ugh," Mom shook her head. 30 hours with flight changes, Sallie thought, but not even that somewhat daunting prospect was enough to dampen her enthusiasm. At such times, Sallie wished her parents were less given to fretting. Still, she knew their concern was evidence of their love. "You like being Amish, don't you, daughter?" Dot asked. Sallie paused. There was no question in her mind about eventually settling down and following the plain ways. What else was there? But her fear of losing the opportunity to travel had an almost panicky effect on her. "I love being Amish." She glanced at Mom, who was studying her. "This is just something I need to do." Franny smiled, an affectionate